Hi everyone. Today we will learn the biblical significance of the first miracle of the Lord Jesus Christ recorded in the Bible. That is turning the water into wine. We know for a fact that in chapter 2 of the Gospel of John, that there was a feast in Cana of Galilee, wherein the Lord Jesus Christ with his mother and his disciples were invited in a wedding feast. And later, there was a short of wine. His mother, showing compassion to the couple who are being wedded at that particular moment, came short of wine. As an act of compassion, Mary approached his son, the Lord Jesus Christ, and said that they have no wine. But the Lord Jesus Christ answered that, what do I have to do with thee, woman? My hour is not yet come. But after uttering those words, Mary, his beloved mother, said to the servants, whatever he say, do it. Then the Lord Jesus Christ, to show his respect for his beloved mother, the instrument of God when he was manifest in the flesh here on earth, asked the servants of the feast to fill the earthen jars. There were 6 big jars of water, and he commanded the servants to fill them with water. Those jars were used in the cleansing rituals of the Jews. That's why they have reserved water always. But the instruction of the Lord Jesus Christ is to fill the jars up to the neck of the jars. And afterwards, he turned those water into wine. We must understand first that before the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ, the rituals of the Jews in cleansing and for the forgiveness of sin depend very much in the use of water. If you are going to read those verses there in chapter 2 of the book of John, you will know that those waters in those earthen jars are reserved for the cleansing rituals of the Jews. It is very nicely worded there in those particular verses. When the Lord Jesus Christ turned the water into wine, there is something spiritual, something wonderful behind those acts of the Lord Jesus Christ. First, in the Christian era, we do not have to have waters for cleansing, for the forgiveness of sins, for cleansing of the body, the spirit, etc. According to what the Apostle Paul read in 9:10 of the book of Hebrews, which stood only in meats and drinks and divers washings, and carnal ordinances imposed on them until the time of Reformation. Those ordinances, carnal ordinances that were observed by the Jews all throughout the history of the Israelites from the time of Moses up to the time of the Lord Jesus Christ, are carnal ordinances meant to be reformed. It was kept until the time of the Reformation. And the time of the Reformation is the time of the Lord Jesus Christ. 7:12 of the book of Hebrews, when the priesthood was changed, there was also a necessity for the change also of the law. So from the law of Moses to the law of Christ. In the law of Moses, those water are being stocked, or waters that are being reserved in earthen jars, are meant for the rituals of the washings and the cleansings of the Jews. In the time of the Lord Jesus Christ, there is no more rituals for washing, cleansing, etc. Because the blood of the Lord Jesus Christ is the final agent of washing and cleansing, for the forgiveness of sins when His blood was poured on the cross in Calvary. It signifies the cleansing of sins of humanity. 9:22 of the book of Hebrews, it says, the Apostle Paul said, and almost all things are by the law, purged with blood. In the law of Christ, it is the blood of Christ that will purge all sins and uncleanness in our being, in the human body. Almost all things are by the law purged with blood, and without shedding of blood is no remission. Now, what is the significance of the wine that the Lord Jesus Christ converting the water into wine? The wine represents the blood of the Lord Jesus Christ. When He said to the apostles in Matthew chapter 26 verse 27, it says, and He took the cup and gave thanks, and gave it to them, saying, drink ye all of it. For this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins. So, the wine in the cup that He gave to the apostles during the supper is representing the blood of the Lord Jesus Christ. He said, this is the blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins. So, turning the water into wine means that wine represents the blood of the Lord Jesus Christ, the final purging and cleansing agent, wherein in the final cleansing and purging agent for the remissions of all sins of humanity. And that represents the blood of the Lord Jesus Christ to be poured in the cross. Now, turning the water into wine is turning the old way of cleansing into a new, which is representing the sacrifice of the Lord Jesus Christ in the New Testament. The blood of the New Testament that is shed for many for the remission of sins. If we will understand that first miracle that the Lord Jesus Christ performed in Cana in Galilee, in a wedding feast, it announces, it signals the stop of the use of water for cleansing, and it is the beginning of the use of the blood of the Lord Jesus Christ for cleansing, for the remission of sins. And we must remember that wine is heavier than water, just like what they say that blood is heavier than water. The blood of the Lord Jesus Christ, which is represented by the wine from the water that He turned into wine, is greater in the power of cleansing, or have a greater power of cleansing the sins of humanity. So that simple miracle in Cana of Galilee indicates something very important for the salvation of our souls. It is not just the show of a son's love for a mother, and it is not just the son's respect for his mother. It also shows something deeper in essence of spiritual wisdom that presumed to be simple miracle in Cana spells all the wonderful teachings of the New Testament, from water to wine, from water to blood, from water that cleanses the outside to wine that will clean also the inside. Because the wine that represents the blood of the Lord Jesus Christ purifies us from within, from the inside out, as it is written in the Bible, that even the conscience can be purified by the blood, by the teachings of the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember that the blood of the Lord Jesus Christ signifies the New Testament. the New Testament. Spiritually, the New Testament, the blood of the Lord Jesus Christ cleanses the spirit, the soul, and the body. Not only the outside, but it acts from within. It is recorded in the book of Hebrews chapter 9 verse 14. It says, "How much more shall the blood of Christ, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself without spot to God, purge your conscience from dead works to serve the living God." So, the blood of the Lord Jesus Christ, representing the wine that was turned from the water into wine, will purge even the conscience, while the water in the purification process of the juice cleanse only the outside, the carnal sins of the body. But the blood, representing the wine from that miracle, purge even the conscience, the innermost being of a man. Understanding this significance, brothers and sisters, will make us realize that the Bible really must be studied in depth, not just saying that it's the first miracle, he turned the water into wine, but deeper we will understand it is the turning point from the Old to the New Testament. I hope you will appreciate that wisdom coming from the Bible. Hi, I'm Brother Eli Soriano. For more uplifting songs, please click the subscribe button below and enjoy this spiritual food for the soul. Good day, everyone.